Today I'm going to restore the leather inside of this lid dampener for the Credenza. If these are in good shape, it'll close much like your screen door does. This one's got a little problem in it, that it's got a crack at the very top of it. I've seen that in a lot of them. As long as it isn't down towards the bottom, down by the valve, you can pretty much restore them. There's a little leather at the end of this plunger. I'll take it apart and show you how I do it. I'll put this bolt end in the vise and clamp down on it. And I'll try, let's see, no, I'll have to get this out. I don't like using these, but if you're real careful, you can do it. Let's see if I can figure out which way it goes on here. I'm going to try and do this just as gently as I can, because you can crack these by doing this. So here we go. Wish me luck. And there it goes. That one's coming out pretty stiff. It's coming. There we go. And look at that. There's the screw. That screw right there holds the leather plunger in place. That's just laying loose inside. Let's see if I can. I'm going to push this plunger down now. And there's my rubber, or my leather. Now as you push this on through, there's a hole here and a hole here. There are two ball bearings in here, and I'm going to want to try and catch, there's one of them right there. Put that in a cup, and there should be another one on the other side. There it is. Right here. Put that in a cup, and then in between that is a spring that came out with the ball bearing. There's a spring. Sometimes these things are loaded pretty good in there, and as you pull this plunger past here, they have a tendency to shoot out, so you want to be sure and keep your hand on that and be aware. That's your lid catch, so that when you open your door all the way, those ball bearings seat inside of these two holes, and that's what holds your lid up. The lid isn't actually held up by pressure alone, it's held up by these ball bearings. And as you can see, the monkey wrench did a little number on the outside of the casing, but that's okay. And I can go ahead and pull this all the way out. Now I'll go ahead and pull this out of the vise. This is the valve. Boy, that came off of there nasty. Hope it goes back on there all right. I'll wipe that off a little bit and see what we got. This works just like the closers on a screen door, pretty much. Here's the valve to adjust the tension of this ball bearing. This is where the air is released, and I'm going to move it all the way back when I put it back in and adjust it myself after I get it all assembled. Like I said, this is a See if I can get a better angle at it here. Flat piece of leather. There's a washer in the middle, and then there's a little ring that goes around here, a little clip. I'm going to pry that clip out of here. Just like that. There's your clip. Now I'm going to pry this back, and it's pretty hard. The leather's gone hard through the years. I'll get this washer out of here. And this is what I've got left. It's my piece of leather. This will actually lay down flat. I'm going to soak this in gas. I think I could probably use WD-40 or anything that'll soften it up. Got my little cup. I'm just going to put about 1 ounce of gas in here. Of course, as you know, gasoline is flammable, so be sure and do this. If you use gasoline, be sure and do this in an area that there are no hot water heaters or smoking or kitchen stoves or open fires, because it is flammable and it can combust when you least expect it. Of course, with any Victrola, there are 2 of these. I've already taken the other one apart. I'm just going to take the clip out of here, the way I did the last one. Just like that. And remove the washer. Just like that. And that one's hard too. The leather's still in good condition. I'm just going to pull these out of here and move them about a little bit. They're softening up real nice. They were hard as a rock. Now look at them. They're actually pliable again. Let it go for another few minutes. And that's the way you want it. You want it to where you can lay it flat just like that. Now, instead of putting it back the way that it was, I'm going to actually flip this, and I'm going to use the other side. So I'm going to put my washer on the other side and flip it back the other way. It's going to fit in there real tight. That's actually what you want, because when they put that in at the factory, it probably looks something like this. So I'll do the same on this one. Flip it back the other way. Put my washer on the other side, just like that. And I'm not going to put those springs in until I actually put it inside of the plunger. This actually bolts back into here. We didn't get to see that process because they were already laying loose inside. But here's the screw. It's going to go in just like that. And I'm going to bolt that onto the plunger.